Welcome back to another episode. Previously I was installing the foot pedals. I'm still waiting on the passenger seat to arrive, so I think I have time to take them out, make the modifications, take the weight out of some of the brackets, paint them black and then put them back in the car. See the scribbles that I've made on each part where I can afford to lose some material, so it's just a simple case of getting the drill out and making holes in it where I can. Going to give the silver parts a lick of matte black paint so it blends into the firewall slightly better. Before I put these pedals back in the car, I'll just show you the amount of holes I've drilled in them. It may seem petty drilling holes in parts to save some weight, but if you do it with a couple of hundred parts, it does add up. With the foot pedals back in the car, I will now have a quick tidy up around the seat area. I'll get the driver's seat in, ready to put the passenger side in. These aren't going to be the belts that I will use long term, but I'll fit them just to test the layout, how they'll work with the roll cage at the rear. I'm mainly fitting them now so I can see what I can reach when I'm strapped in. I have decided to make some adjustments to the height of the steering column. I want to adjust it so it can go even higher than the highest setting. So I just need to notch the mount slightly and then it will allow the column to rise up higher. This will allow it to clear the bracket for the key start. Now that I have the passenger seat, I can see if it will fit. So the seat fits quite well actually. I need to mark out exactly where I need to drill the holes now. I have set the height of the seat in the middle of the adjustment on the side mounts so it can go up or down still. I'd probably say it'd want to go up, if anything, to clear this roll bar slightly better.
Now we have the passenger seat fully bolted in. I'm happy with the position. I wanted to get another Corbeau seat because I like them, they're British, and it's matching the driver's seat. The difference between the Revolution and the seat that I'm sat in now, the Revenge, is that it has cutouts on the head support. This allows me to see right down in the corner of the window, which is crucial for road driving. Pulling out of junctions, you need to see it as far back as you can, so that is the reason why I've got a Revolution. It is also a wide seat, so it caters for the larger co-driver. Next, I can figure out the size of the center console control panel. I want to have the bulk of the car's functions on this pad. It's nice and easy to reach. I don't have to reach forward to the dashboard. It's also nice and tucked out the way down here. With the steering column now raised up into position, it's a lot nicer. I'm also checking that I'll be able to see the console clearly through the top of the steering wheel. I have decided for a 15 button control down here. The pad will be mounted quite low down, so it's nice and easy to access. You're not trying to sort of swan neck your arm to use the controls. And I'll have 9 buttons on the steering wheel. I will have 4 function buttons for the digital dash, and then I'll have a horn and indicators also on the steering wheel. I will try and use the original key ignition for security. So I'll have the ignition on the key barrel with an isolator cutoff mounted in front of the hydraulic handbrake, and then the start button next to it. In order to continue with this setup, I need to find the buttons I want to use, and that will dictate how large this keypad is going to be. So I'll move on. I can in fact make a start on a panel which will hold the isolator switch and start button. So I'll do that next. I can utilise the factory mounting points. There are plenty of options for making the base of the mount. This face here is where I'll have the switches. I can reach them easily while I'm sat in the driver's seat. I will probably have the windscreen heater control here as well on a dial. Once I put the switches on and figure out where everything is going to lie, then I can think about putting the sides on this panel. Next, I'm going to take a look at this wing. I want to reduce the material off the side plates, and then I'll prep it for some paint. I have some liquid rubber paint I want to try. So I'll do one piece, see how it goes, and then if I like it, I'll do the entire wing with it. Apparently this paint wants to be applied in lots of thin layers, so I'll probably do 4 or 5 thin coats. So this K2 paint comes out really nicely. However, I think I'm going to use a different paint for the wing. The reason why is if someone starts picking at it, it basically peels off in layers like that. So even though it's good, as soon as the seal breaks, then you're going to have problems with it coming off. I think instead I'm going to use normal paint and build some layers up with some primer on. Thanks for watching the video, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next week.